Hello, and we into our third week of this month of devil energy. Let's see what we get for the collective. Oh, welcome to Transcend-ing Tarotcast. How could I forget? All right, what do we have? Four of Cups. So we're on a cup stream here. Last week we had the Knight of Cups. It was about the pedestal. What are we creating too much high expectations? The Four of Cups is a card of apathy. Is where you are emotionally exhausted and you just can't, you're just apathic, you're not, and this is very relevant to the whole shift of the collective, because what happens is we start, we have this motivation for doing this breaking free from the self-sabotaging behavior, right? And we go, yes, I want to do this, I'm going to break free, I'm going to put in the work, and then because we don't see the results as quickly as we want, expectations, then we start giving up and we start becoming apathic and we start getting bored with the process. Now, this is super important. First of all, boredom is a good sign. When you start getting bored with something, it means you are imprinting it in your subconscious. So if you're doing something really good for you and suddenly you feel bored about it, keep going. Because you are imprinting it in your subconscious, it means it's almost integrated. But if you stop there, all the work you've done previously is missed, is gone, is wasted. All right? So this week, we must keep going. No time for apathy. Come on, guys. This is a pivotal time in human history. And you chose to be here. Your soul chose to be here right now, to be part of this pivotal time, to be part of this transformation, to be part of this change. No getting lazy, no getting apathic. We must keep going. We must keep going. Okay? Aries, Three of Cups. So we have the Hangman, where was about to look at things from all the perspectives, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. We talked about your leadership and how you meant to have a big milestone last week on your soul's purpose, right? And the Three of Cups is just a joyful celebration time with friends, friendship, celebrating your community, celebrating how emotionally connected you might feel with the people around you, how they might be supporting you, because you can only lead if there are people to be led, right? You can't lead if there's no one there for you to lead. So part of this new world that we are creating, that we're shifting to, of awakened humanity, is about leading with compassion, is about leading by loving your community, not by tyranny as the old days. Served its purpose. We're not going to judge it because it did serve its purpose when it was needed, but we're shifting, we're changing that. We don't want tyranny anymore. Now we want compassion. So for you to be in that level of compassion, you need to celebrate the people you are here to lead. You need to enjoy them. You need to treat them well. You need to embrace them. You need to see it as your community and not as your subdues, right? So that's what's happening for you this week. Really celebrate the people. Taurus, Three of Pentacles, also about community and teamwork and mastery and actually finding a teacher, right? So you have the Fool twice in a row. You're starting a new cycle. You're starting something completely new. You've never been there before. You don't know what the cycle really is about because it's something that's completely new for you. You are in the position of amazingly being free from the conditioning because you've never done it before, but you need someone to help. You need a teacher. You need a master that is going to teach you, that has already figured out this path and can teach you. Now, what you need to do here as well is have the discernment to see where they might be conditioned and just take in what is right for you. But you still need a master. You still need someone to take you through that journey, to teach you that journey, because they've already figured it out and you don't have to do it alone. In fact, the universe is saying, don't do it alone. Find someone to guide you. Gemini, the world. All All right, Gemini, hopefully for you, this means the closing of the transformational cycle that you're meant to be going through this month, of the devil period, of breaking free from the self-sabotaging, or at least we're getting close to the end. The world comes to say there is conclusion coming, right? And the conclusion is usually a good thing. When you close a cycle, is because you went through the lessons properly, so they're not going to repeat themselves, right? So that's what's happening. So pay attention. You don't want, again, pay attention to making sure the work is being done so the cycle can conclude. Cancer, 9 of Wands. So you had Temperance, you had the Tower. It's about balance. Last week was about destroying all the conditioning. And this week is just saying there's still some work to do. I'm going to go back to the collective card of the apathy, because you can connect to this card energy very easily in your nature of being a Cancer. And there's still work to do. You have to take it till the end. You can't just leave a final piece to be done. You know, you have to finish it, because if you don't finish it, you're just going to go back to the beginning of what you're trying to do. You've come so far. You almost at the end. There's only one last piece of work to do. Why give up now, right? That is your self-sabotaging behavior. So when you go, yes, this, okay, also, right? No. This time we finish it. This time we take it till the end, because that's your shift. Leo, 4 of Wands. Leo, you're having the best month out of everyone so far. All right, joy. Last week we had joy on the fulfillment in the material realm. This week we have joy and celebration on anything that is passion, right? There's passion, creativity, but stable. It's full. So where is the passion stable in your life? That's what we're going to celebrate this week. That's where we're going to look for the joy this week. Anything trying to interfere with that joy, we need to catch and send away. Catch, send away. All right? Where is the passion? Where is the joy? How can you bring in this joy into the structure and celebrate the structure of this joy? I hope that makes sense. So, you know, this card in a way represents a marriage, because it's the celebration of something that is about to become, this is one of the most beautiful things, which is union and love. And it's a celebration of that becoming solid, that becoming official, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a wedding or a marriage, but you have to pay attention to where this concept applies in your life and celebrate it. Virgo, the moon, again. So keep going deep. I'm not even sure what to say to you anymore. We just have to go deep. We just have to delve. Keep transforming. Keep reconditioning the subconscious. Keep remastering, shifting the conditioning out and creating a positive conditioning, right? Because the truth is, there's always going to be a certain level of conditioning. Now, what we want is not the self-sabotaging one, but the positive one, the one that will create all the difference in your life, the shifts to be an amazing, beautiful, healed, fulfilled life. Keep working on it. Libra, the 2 of Wands. So you have the Star and you have Temperance. You're in a healing month. Last week was about balance. This week is about daydreaming, right? What would your life be if you had no conditioning at all, right? If your parents never told you you needed to go and do that thing. If society never told you you weren't good at that thing. If teachers never told you you should do that thing, right? What would your life really look like if you tap into the depth of your imagination? What would be the dream life? And again, I usually say this to this card. You can include unicorns here because it doesn't matter. We're imagining, we're dreaming. We can go as crazy as we like, right? Once that dreaming is like the ultimate utopia, then we can bring it back to reality. But unless you get the utopia in your head, we'll never bring any part of it to the reality. So that's what you need to do this week. Daydream what would be your utopia. Scorpio, the King of Swords. All right, Chariot, King of Swords is still about expression. It's still about speaking your truth. It's still about honesty. We're just having the repeated message. Okay, so if the devil is what we're here to work with and we keep having this repeated message, where are we not speaking our truth? What are we hiding? Scorpios are known for being secretive. Some people prefer to say private. The thing is, this is not time. It's not a time to be private anymore, because you sharing, if everyone is going through deep transformation, you're the king, you're the master of deep transformation. And if you're not sharing what you know about it with the collective, you really are not serving the collective, because they need help. They need to know. They need to know how to do it. They need to know how to survive it. So I understand if you want to keep private and secretive, but then you're not serving the shift of humanity. You have to speak the truth. You have to be honest, whether it's good or whether it's bad. It needs to come out. You need to go, wow. All right. Sagittarius, Knight of Wands. All right, this card actually connects very much to your energy naturally, right? So strength, finding the calmness, the peace within. And then we have the devil. It's like, how are you stopping that from happening? How are you self-sabotaging yourself and for the collective? Because this is a big devil energy going on, and now it's the Knight of Wands, and it's here to tell you, you got to slow down, right? To some people it says the opposite. To some people it says they need to go faster. In your case, is you need to slow down. The Knight of Wands is too passionate in the way, I'm sure everyone's heard the term that the flame burned too fast. When the passion is so intense and so high, the flame goes, but then there's no wick left. There's nothing to burn left, and it dies, right? So your task this week is like, how are you going to slow down that flame so it can last longer? How are you going to slow down the flame so it can have a life instead of a moment? My father used to say this to me, and I think it's kind of appropriate now. Carolina, your life isn't a film, your life is a series. See what I mean? Film is intense and it's passionate. A series is more like day to day, right? Things happen as well, it's cool, but it's not as intense. The story is not as intense because it can't be. There's more mundane things, right? So calm down that flame. Capricorn, strength. All right, so hopefully this means you finally did open up, and because you finally did open up, you are now integrating this Justice Month into your core personal power, right? Understanding this, feeling empowered by the process of justice, by the process of fairness, by the process of allowing other people to come in. So, where is your stillness? Where is your gentleness? And how does that play into the fair game of the collective? And how does that enhance your personal power? Aquarius, Nine of Swords. All right, this card usually comes to say there is anxiety, and this usually comes to say you have spent too much time in your mind. The Hermit, which is the process we're going through, and I can't understand you going through the Hermit twice when the collective is going through the Devil twice. It can be tiring, it can be exhausting, and you might feel mentally drained, and that can bring anxiety. Okay, now the important thing to remember this week is you gotta embody the Hermit. Instead of from the mind space, you want to embody the Hermit from here. You don't need to think like the Hermit. You just need to feel the understanding of the big picture. You need to feel I hope this is making sense. So instead of being here with your two voices, you know, as I spoke before, now you just got to bring the voices here and you're just going to start feeling it instead. Pisces, 3 of Wands. All right, so I spoke for the monthly card about the fact that you might have a really big role to play in this shift in humanity, being that this shift in humanity is super spiritual. Everyone is awakening. There's a mass awakening going on. We have all chosen to be here in this particular time because we are the souls that can handle this shift, okay? Now, because you are the most connected naturally to spirit, you have a role to play in that, right? And you have the Hierophant, so we're meant to let go of the old ideas, the old ways, the institutions that served us in the past but cannot continue with us into this new future. And you got to lead. The 3 of Wands is the card of leading in new land. It's new territory. It's something that has never been explored before. So no one really knows what it is, how it works. But you, Pisces, you have the strength to lead us there, because you, Pisces, are the completion of the zodiac. So step into your leadership energy.